My name is Armani Aman, and welcome to The Network, where we go behind the scenes and we interview different people from various parts of the network. Behind the scenes to show you all the inner workings of how we get things done. Whether or not it's production, directing, acting, whatever it is, we'll bring to you their in-depth and up-close and personal outlook on how they made it to where they are. When I come right back, I'll be starting with my first guest, Pierre, the comedian. We'll be back in a moment. Thank you. Welcome back to the network. I'm sitting here with my first guest, Batua Gunson, who is a entrepreneur to like the 10th degree. He started his own brand and marketing company. He does everything from simple logo design to running a multi-million-dollar campaign. Batua, welcome here.
How you doing?
Oh, well, I'm glad to have you. So tell us about Iron Global.
So Iron Global is a full brand marketing and advertising agency. We do everything from logo designs to full brand ad campaigns. Some of our clients right now are NASCAR, Bentley Motors, Burberry, Microsoft, and we also have Google and a few other entertainment acts.
Okay, well, I see you repping Burberry.
Well, you know.
You're like a walking advertisement, huh?
You got to be into what your clients are into,
right,
otherwise
right.
you can't sell it.
Right,
So
if you don't believe in the product,
if I don't believe in it,
right.
I'm not gonna wear it if I don't really believe it, or I'm not gonna try to. It's easy to take the dollar from them, but I'd rather believe in the product.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I remember seeing, I think it was behind the scenes of a commercial, and the lady had to sip the soda, and she was like, and she was like, I can't do it. I just can't do it, and she had to spit it out. She was like, no, this has never worked.
Yeah, you see a lot of people that are take endorsements, and they're not into that particular scenario,
right.
and you could tell.
Right.
Like it doesn't come off genuine. We like organic and original content. We like it to feel like it's natural.
Okay. So how did you get into that? Did you go to school for marketing? Is it something that you just said, you know what, I've got some ideas for some campaigns, I can do some advertising? Like, how exactly did you get into the whole marketing part of the business? Because it is a multi-billion-dollar business.
It is. I actually stumbled into it. I have 2 degrees in computer engineering,
okay.
but it wasn't my passion. I didn't want to sit behind a computer all day, and I genuinely like interacting with people. Okay. So at the time, I was doing some role management for some of Lil Jon's acts, and just kept on going from there. Okay. So everything that the agency knows, I've taught myself, or I've had some individuals show me the ropes. Okay.
So you deal with NASCAR, you're dealing with Burberry, you said Bentley, and basically being a brand manager or doing some brand integration, what does that entail? Do you say, well, let me put this with this and we kind of make it work? How does your job actually work?
It similar to what you just said. It's pretty much, you come up with a concept. You say, okay, well, this particular customer base could rock with this particular customer base, but they don't know each other.
Okay.
So how do we bring them together to where it's now a more integrated customer base that's on a larger scale? So we create those particular elements, events, campaigns, digital formats, content-driven platforms, to where now everybody's getting familiar with each other's face.
Okay. So is that the same if I'm watching my favorite show and I see somebody drinking a Pepsi? Is that sort of what you do? Or if I see, you know, I was watching one movie, I think it was Suits, and everybody there got into a different type of BMW. Not at the same time, but when they actually got in their car, they got into a BMW. So it was basically, BMW, they did brand integration with that particular story or whatever, and that's how they're getting.
Correct.
Oh, okay. All right. Now, is there any particular brand that you feel does better in the Atlanta market? I know that there's a lot of people here. There's a lot of businesses. Everybody's looking to be associated with something. You've got all kinds of singers, sports icons. You've got everybody here. And then, like you said, you've got Bentley, you've got Audi, you've got Mercedes. What brand is your favorite one to work with, and which one is more popular here as far as integration?
Honestly, my favorite brand right now is Tesla.
Okay.
Tesla, we've been doing several activations for them in the Atlanta market. They're an upstart company, actually. Like, outside of what they've been doing, they're still an upstart. And their creativity and pivot room has been amazing for us to really get in there and show what the brand is about. So we have several activations coming up for them. We recently did an activation with them and the mayor's office and Janelle Monáe, I think this past November.
Okay.
And received well. Everybody understood. Janelle is actually a Tesla owner. So that's one of those things where you bring in people that can really attest to what the brand is about because she drives it.
Right.
Like,
and I see the marketing. It got me into a showroom. Like, like I'm scheduled for a test drive. I think it's Tuesday.
Right.
So it got me into the showroom. So I see the marketing. So when we're looking at the marketing, you're walking through Lenox Mall or you're walking through King of Prussia Mall or whatever mall you're walking through and you see the little Tesla shop and you see all the different point of purchase. Is that something that you're responsible for? Or are you more straight to the people type thing, doing events and just actually getting a product out of there? Are you print or are you more product?
It's a little bit of everything. It's more, we can design the point of sale information, but we more so activations and events, utilizing different advertisement mediums to showcase the brand and just really showing people what the options are for them. Like when we started working with NASCAR, it was, we have their first African-American female racer as a client.
Okay.
And a lot of people don't know that there are many opportunities for African-Americans to get into the sport. But because those opportunities haven't been presented to us, we don't know about it. Like, for example, say a football player, his whole life he wanted to be a football player. He didn't make it. You can go be on NASCAR's pit crew team, making 6 figures a year starting out, but you have to go into their job placement program, which is a 3-year placement program. You have to move to North Carolina, but it's 100% job guarantee that you'll get a job.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know many people that are giving you 100% guarantee to make 6 figures, but that's an option. And if that's what we like to look at. We like to look at the opportunities. How do we bring these opportunities and showcase it so people can have those options?
Okay. Now let me ask you the question before we break. There's a lot of smaller companies, you know, smaller film companies, production companies, a lot of artists, and they're trying to get attached. They want to have the brand recognition of being affiliated with a brand, you know, whether or not it's a, you know, a Beats or, you know, whatever. They're trying to do that. Is that something that, you know, you're too high, or not necessarily saying you're too high, but your brand management wouldn't be for the smaller one? They would have to go to, you know, a different avenue. Have you worked with any smaller independent companies to help get their brand out there, do brand integration with the larger company?
Yeah, we've actually done it. Technically, we're a smaller company because we aren't one of the big advertising agencies. What we've done is we've built relationships and partnerships with bigger brands so that we can attract other companies to say, okay, you can still have this opportunity. Like, don't think just because you're a mom and pop that you can't work with a NASCAR, you can't work with a Tesla. Like, it's pretty much, we're a smaller agency because we're able to pivot and be able to do things a little bit more proactively as opposed to some of these larger agencies that have to go through a lot of red tape, a lot of back and forth or whatnot. So we typically try to work with everybody that has a vision and, you know.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming out. And how can someone get in touch with you if they wanted to? Do you have a website?
It's www.ironglobal.us. IRON global.us.
Well, thank you once again for coming.
Thank you for having me.
You're more than welcome. We'll be right back. Welcome back. I am sitting here with the multi-talented, ever-growing, expanding his brand, constantly doing everything, Pierre.
Thank you.
So Pierre, you started out as a comic, and then you did some acting, and now you're doing some directing.
Oh, yeah.
You're producing. You've got, from what I hear, a new rap single out.
Yo.
Like, all right, I can't even begin to start with the question, so I'm just going to give you the floor.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, some of my fans remember me from movies like How to Be a Player,
Right.
Baps with me and Halle Berry.
Okay.
I did my own movie called For the Love of Money, which I wrote, produced, and directed. That's the first time I got into writing, producing, and directing something.
Okay.
And I decided, I chilled for a little bit after that. Went away for a little while, just chilled. Came back, decided I left LA, went to Atlanta, and started producing my stuff here, and it's been going great. And I got a rap single out right now that's doing really well. So it is.
So you're just like a multi-talented threat.
I
Like
hope
whatever arena that you get into, you're just going to get in there and do the best you can with it.
A man with many hats. I wear many hats.
Okay. So you said you did the movie with
Yep.
Halle Berry,
Yep.
and there was a scene in there where it got kind of
Hot
up
and
close.
steamy?
To,
Oh, yeah. Oh,
so
yeah.
how was that?
Well, players don't tell everything, but it was, according to what was needed to be said today, it was a very interesting scene. No, it's funny. A lot of people don't know this, but there's a scene where me and her kiss each other. And Robert Townsend was the director from the movie 5 Heartbeats and so forth.
Right.
And he, I remember during the filming, we were running late, and he said, well, we're going to skip the kissing part, and we're going to just go to another, part of the dance.
Okay.
And I'm thinking, no, brother, we ain't kissing. We ain't kissing like that. So when I was close up to her, I was like, I'm going in for this kiss. And I was worried. I thought she was like, hold on. He said, wait, cut. But no, she was cool. She went with it. And that was the only take we did of the kiss. Was that one
Really?
take. Yep. And that take stayed in.
So I know that was exciting. So that's right there on your resume. Kiss Halle Berry.
Well, I hope it's on hers, too. Okay.
Right.
Kiss me.
Yeah. So directing.
Yes. I started, the first movie I directed was For the Love of Money, like I said.
Okay.
Now I have a YouTube web series that's doing really, really well called Dating Pierre. It's about my life dating out here in Atlanta. And I wrote it and directed it. It's not a reality show, it's actually a scripted show.
Okay.
It's about 10 to 15 minutes per episode. We have 7 episodes of the wildest episodes you can think of. I date a white woman, a bougie girl, a hood rat, a handicapped woman, church girl, all the types of women I date. And it's getting really good reviews. And there's a couple of companies thinking about taking it and maybe getting a chance to get on like network television. Maybe it's got to be on more of like an FX or Black Stars because it's really edgy.
Right.
And my brand is edgy. I have a edgy brand, and I love it. And it seems like it's growing bigger and bigger. People are getting looser now with their, what they like in humor and. So I'm excited about my new path. I ain't the guy from How to Be a Player no more.
Right. So dating Pierre, does that mean you're single?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you're actually looking for love.
I would love to be in a relationship. I would love to be married to a beautiful woman like yourself, but you're taken already, so I can't do that.
Well, thank you.
I'm gonna keep on dating. I got more episodes to do until I get married.
So, like, are you taking this seriously? Like, dating Pierre, are you actually putting forth the effort to actually possibly find Mrs. Pierre? Or
no, those shows are just episodes of my life, of my dating life. And I guess when I get married, it'll be called Married Pierre, okay? But right now I'm dating, so I can think of all the shenanigans of relationships and dating. And before you got married, dating was you know how it is, ups and downs of that. Certain situations.
You don't want to try to start all over again. So my hat goes off to you for even getting back out there.
Well, and it's rough out there.
It is.
It's to the point rough that women, I know people out there right now that are married and wish they wasn't with their spouse, but they don't want to start over, so they stay with their spouse.
Yeah.
You're talking about some of y'all right there. Yeah, that's me. We got this mortgage together we sharing. I ain't trying to bring this mortgage up.
Well, is there any special project that you're doing right now that you kind of want to talk a little bit about before we go?
Well, a couple things. I just did a big premiere of my skits. I did 50 skits. They're anywhere from like 15 seconds to a minute. Just funny ideas. I wrote and directed skits, and I'm about to take them over to Kevin Hart and them. They want to look at them. They're very interested in it because he has a new platform. He wants to give comics a chance to be seen and stuff. Right. So I'm taking them over there. But I have this new single called Real, N-word.
Okay.
Yeah, Real N-word, which I know.
I see you with your bling on and all up in there. You just representing all.
Exactly. So it's a video. Yeah. So go to YouTube, look up that my persona, capital P is who I am and the place to be, and it's what it is.
Okay, and if somebody wants to check out your Dating Pierre or kind of follow you, what would they need to do?
Just put in Comic Pierre, COMIC PIERRE. Oh, bing! Look at it. You came right across here. Look at that. I like that. Okay, well, there it is.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming on the show and chatting with me for a while.
I appreciate you.
And we look forward to seeing you and getting behind you. And, I wish you the most success.
I appreciate that.
finding not only your creative side and continuing on, but also on your personal side.
Woo, woo.
Can't wait till next time you to bring on Mrs. Pierre.
Okay, well, I'll keep on hanging on eHarmony.
Well, thank you again, and we'll be right back. To the network. We're having an exciting show. I'm right now sitting here with one of the major players behind the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. I've got Special K in the building. So, Special K. Again, many hats. You do the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. You have your own show.
Yeah, I just started my own talk show.
Right, and you're doing comedy. You do everything. Like, oh my gracious, like
jack of all trades.
Yeah, you know.
I'm a writer.
Master of all.
Yeah.
Okay, so come on, give it to us.
I'm
what
a
are you
writer,
doing?
a family man. I'm a former male porn star.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna say have I seen you in any movies, but what's the title? No, getting right back.
No, seriously. No, seriously, let's clear that up. I'm not a family man. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
I am a family man. But,
Okay. So you are a family man. You're not a porn
yes,
star.
I am a family man.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure we clarified.
A wife for a long time, got
Right.
a lot of kids.
Okay.
All that.
A lot of kids.
Fruitful and multiplying.
Okay.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with porn.
Nah, I almost got a
Okay.
six-pack.
No. Oh,
When it
wow.
come
So
to
you
kids.
almost. Oh, okay. So you got a whole curtain.
Nah, not right there. No six-pack right there. I got a six-pack.
Okay, the
of
starting
kids.
lineup.
Just about. I got a starting lineup.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Okay. Okay.
Definitely got a starting lineup.
So, Rickey Smiley.
Yes. I've been with the morning show since 2007 when we were just in Dallas. We were only in Dallas.
And now
now we're syndicated in 72 markets. So
Right. 72
Yeah.
markets. That's
Yeah.
fabulous. That's
It's a
fabulous.
lot.
So,
It's a lot of people.
what's
a lot
the
of people hear
experience
my
with
voice
that?
every day.
Yeah.
So I'm semi-famous.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, people are like Special
Somewhat.
K. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking Special K, no, we're not talking about the cereal because that box wouldn't be able to talk, but here we go.
Right. Well,
You know.
I got an issue with Kellogg's because I think they kind of jacked my name. So
Okay.
we're going to deal with that, though. I got my people looking into that right now.
You're going to have some big people because you know that's Kalo.
I got some people. I got King and King.
Oh, okay.
You might have heard it.
Okay.
Somebody need to break bread in that situation.
Right.
Something's going to have to happen. So
tell us about Special K. Tell us about it. What do you got going on? What is happening with you?
Man, I'm like I said, I'm doing the morning show every morning. That's kind of my main thing. I do that first thing in the morning. I'm usually done by the time a lot of y'all are getting dressed to go to work. I'm done. I'm already out the door, back on the highway, going in the opposite direction. But I do the morning show, and then 3 days a week I do my midday talk show, K Douglas Live at noon.
Okay.
I do that from noon to 2.
Okay.
And on the days when I'm not doing that, I'm usually pursuing one of my other projects. I got a reality show in the works about my life. I got a pretty interesting life. Got a lot of things going on with that. And another show that I'm doing about comedians.
Okay.
Basically about the lives of comedians around the country that are a part of this fraternity that we have.
Right.
It's a different community.
Right.
Comics are a different breed.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
People are always interested in comedians, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I think other than astronauts, we may be the most interesting profession out there. I definitely want to talk to somebody that's been to the moon. Like, if I meet somebody that's been to the moon, we're going to have a conversation. I want to talk about that.
So you mentioned earlier that you are a family man.
Yes.
How does that affect you being on stage? That gets kind of racy sometimes. It is a syndicated show, but there's a kind of, they bring up some topics.
I understand the show is a very small part of what I do. It's what most people know me from.
Okay.
But it's maybe 5% of my overall career.
Okay.
But most of my stand-up, my wife's been with me since the beginning. She's been with me pretty much since the first time I started doing comedy. So she's down with all of that. She's past all of that. She doesn't necessarily, she's not as in love with Special K as she is with Carl, the guy.
Right.
And she can actually do without Special K most of the time. Special K goes there, you know.
Right.
And So, you know, it's just something you deal with. It's what I do. It's what pays the bills. It's what got us living in a decent house. Where
Right.
You ain't got to lock the doors at night all the time. You can't worry about nobody climbing in the windows and all that. So, you know, she ain't complaining too much.
So what about behind the scenes? Are you doing more and more behind the scenes? Is that something that you want to get involved with?
I've had some taste as I'm a Writers Guild affiliated writer. So, and writing is not a passion of mine. Like I'm a head writer for the morning show.
Okay.
But writing is not. I'm not as passionate about that as I am about performing. I like being in front of the camera. I like being on stage, and that allows me to. That's my therapy. So it allows me to do a lot more of what I like to do. But writing is a good way to make a lot of money too. So I keep that bullet in my gun as well.
Oh, and bullet in your gun. When we were talking earlier, you mentioned that you're originally from Philadelphia, which you know is my hometown.
Right.
So, and I still hear a little bit of Philly coming out of you.
It's a little tiny bit.
You've been seasoned
it's a little tiny
in the
bit.
Georgia seasoning. I still hear
I'm a Georgia boy, but you know, the Philadelphia comes out, I guess, because of my family. You know, my mom, my sisters, they still got a lot of that northern swag to them, but I'm just, you know, more or less.
Okay.
I'm Georgia boy all the way.
Okay, so if somebody wanted to hear you or see you or wanted to know what was going on, do you have any upcoming shows happening? Or is there anything they can go on your social media?
You know, you can always find out what I'm doing on my social media. I have a regular show that I do in Atlanta on Friday nights when I'm in town. At the Sweet Lounge down there, and I do a couple other things locally, but I try to direct everybody to my website, coolkidcomedy.com, which is all K's, Cool Kid Comedy, or Special K 913 on Instagram, Twitter, Comedian Special K on Facebook. I post all my events, and I'm doing a Royal Comedy Tour with Some More and Earthquake.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
So that's exciting.
Yeah, that's across the country.
Right.
And then I have my own comedy tour, Almost Famous, Always Funny.
Okay,
and you just got to go to my social media, and you can find out where that's going to be in a city near you. I got a couple of those days coming up as well, so I stay busy.
And the website again was?
CoolKidComedy.com. KKK.
So thank you very much for
easy to remember, black people. Easy to remember.
KKK.
Exactly.
CoolKidComedy.com.
Exactly.
All K's.
Just think President Trump. And, you know.
Hi, welcome back. And I am sitting here with Tammy McCall Browning. Now, a lot of you reality TV show watchers may recognize her from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She did her first stint with reality TV, and Tammy,
yes, ma'am.
how was that? And I say that in my very serious, how was that?
You're giving me the yama right now. Like, oh, you poor thing.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby.
Dude, okay, yeah. So, you know, I mean, I was like, oh, yeah, sure, that'll be fun.
Right.
Whatever, I'm up for an adventure. Let's go.
Okay.
Dude, I had no idea. I had no idea. I was like, when they were just shooting like me and my husband and just me and my son, or even me and One-Eyed Bob, it was like, oh, this is easy, this is fun, oh, da-da-da. And man, dude, I tell you the truth, when they did that first all cast,
Right.
they had me stuck out on some yacht in Lake Lanier where I couldn't even get off the boat. I mean, I had to jump off the boat. I jumped off the boat and went swimming because I needed a break. Because I was like, dude, where is the water Uber? Hello? Where's the water Uber?
So wait.
I need to get off this boat.
So, SOS, woman overboard, I'm out of here.
I finally just had to be like, oh, dude, I mean, thank God for Kim Fields, who is just the sweetest thing.
Yes,
because we had to bond quick, fast, and in a hurry, being the newbies on Cray Cray Land. There came a certain point where I was just like, dude, man, I don't even know what the hell is going on up in here. I'm about to jump my ass in this water. And really, I was sitting there thinking, I was like, dude, because I really am I crack myself up in my own head.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks or if they think I think I am so funny to me.
Right.
And I was sitting there in my head like, I'm about to jump off the boat because I know ain't nobody else gonna want to mess up their weave, so they ain't gonna get in this water.
And
in my head, I was just giggling my ass off, like, and then when I got in the water, I was like, ooh, I'm gonna mess with these people. I'm gonna mess with these camera people. I'm gonna mess with these producers. I'm gonna swim as deep down as I can, and I'm gonna stay down as long as I can, and I'm gonna have them having a heart attack, like thinking I drowned. Oh, I'm evil in my mind. I'm really a nice person, but sometimes when I get into like evil mode, I'm gonna be like, ooh, I'm gonna swim as deep as I can, and I'm gonna come up on the other side of the boat.
Oh no!
And I'm under the water giggling my ass off.
Oh no! Well, thank God for a sense of humor.
Oh Lord! So, they were like, "You have to come back now. It's time to eat." I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm coming."
So having a sense of humor, that of course is important, and then that also helps with what your real passion is, and that's being a momager.
Absolutely. I mean, when people are like, "Oh, what are you most proud of?" Absolutely, all day, every day, my son, whose real name is Freedom.
Okay.
And this little crazy child decided his rap name was going to be Freako. Freco. Freako! Co-creator of the Drop Dance. Drop. And I am absolutely his #1 fan.
Okay.
That's
course. That's mommy's baby.
It doesn't matter how old he gets, he's always gonna be my baby, and I'm so proud of him. I was not on the Freako train 2 years ago at all.
Okay.
Because he's supposed to be in college playing basketball right now.
Okay.
So yes, I was totally not on the Freako train.
But you got behind.
Because he was supposed to be, basically he pulled one of those little okey dokes 2 weeks before he was supposed to move into the facility, talking about, I don't want to go to school. I'm going to be a rapper.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Me and his black daddy and I were both like, you gonna die today. Because he's got a white daddy, my current husband, and he's got his bio dad, his black dad. Okay. And everyone's like, does everything have to be about race? I'm like, no, everything don't have to be about race, but I mean, in my house, everything is about race.
So your house, so just so we're clear, because, somebody's at home looking at this like, what did she just say? So just so we're clear, you have a Benetton. Is that what it is?
We have got, that's a good way to put it.
Okay.
Benetton, like Rainbow. People can talk about me as much as they want. I really don't care. I got a black son. I got a white son. They are both 21 years old because my white husband had a son. I had a son who's clearly black. And when we met,
we just kind of blended.
They have been together since they were 7.
Okay.
And they are both 21 now.
Okay.
So
it works for you.
I've got black and white twins.
Yes.
Zebra twins. George Jefferson is my hero and my idol. I'm like, oh yeah, I got zebra twins.
And that came up for controversy on the Housewives because you were calling your husband blue-eyed and blonde hair.
Somebody was asking me about my husband, and I guess maybe they were asking me, I don't even remember. Maybe they were asking me about an interracial relationship or being married to a white man or whatever. And I was like, oh, dude, my husband is the whitest man in America. Like, he is uber white. And I guess I said, he's like Nazi white.
Right.
Which is totally regular conversation in my household.
In your house, right.
But people went crazy. She called her husband a Nazi. And I'm not, dude, I was like, this is, I'm sorry.
No,
I have such a potty mouth. I'm sorry. I'm really trying to work on that with interviews.
Okay, yeah.
My bad.
Okay.
But anyway, so some woman emailed my husband and said, black people can get away with saying whatever they want. Your wife called you a Nazi and nobody did anything about it. If you called her the N-word, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh.
Wow.
I was like, oh my God, that shit is so funny. Because he would never in a billion years ever use the N-word. Ever.
It'd be another Ayana moment. Baby,
like,
you didn't, did you?
But
yeah, so.
we thought it was so funny. This woman was like so serious. And like, she was like really offended. Like, oh my God, Becky.
So we're getting ready. I'm getting excited. I got to get ready to wrap it up. But dancing.
Yes.
You're dancing again.
Yes.
So after taking that long hiatus, you're dancing again.
I did.
And how's that doing for you?
Oh my God, it's so fabulous. I've been a ballerina in a dance company since I was 4 years old.
Wow.
And the awesome thing about the world or things coming around is I am now 40 years later back dancing and back with my very first ballet teacher from when I was 4 years old.
Oh wow!
And I'm the principal dancer in her modern ballet company.
Okay.
It's called Good Moves, and you can look us up at goodmoves.org.
Okay.
And I'm in rehearsal every day, and it's just freaking fabulous.
Well,
like,
I'm so happy for you, and I'm glad
Thank
you came back full
you.
circle to
Thank
something that you
you.
obviously love.
Oh,
so
very
thank
much.
you so much, Tammy. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Oh my gracious, we're going right back into the swing of things. I am sitting here with award-winning author Tamika Newhouse. Welcome to the network.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here. I love to talk.
Oh, well,
So
good, because I like to talk too. So I want to get right into it because you've got a lot of things going on, and it's very interesting, and I know our audience is very eager to hear. So you've started a movement with Black literacy.
Yes.
And the whole purpose of the movement is because you feel, which is a well-known fact, our African-American authors do not get the adulation that they deserve.
Right.
We've got a lot of people that are writing and are putting the spin on different things and kind of tapping the pulse of America and all over the world, and they're putting this down into the oldest fashion of entertainment, which is writing. And nobody is really clapping them or giving them any awards or anything. So tell me about your movement.
Well, I started the movement almost 10 years ago when I discovered that there were more than 30 writers that looked like me. And when I discovered there were hundreds upon hundreds, I was like, why isn't anyone talking about these writers and their books? And I got annoyed with the fact that we're not on TV, we're not in the magazines, we're not on the billboards, but without us, we wouldn't have the music, we wouldn't have the shows, and we wouldn't have the movie, we wouldn't have anything. Like, we have to read to almost do everything. And so it just became a passion of mine. And so I started African Americans on the Move book club, which is a literacy movement, basically.
Okay. And for your movement, you also have stepped it up even further, and you now have an award show. Well, you've had an award show for like the last 8 years, where you've got the red carpet, and they come, boot and tie and evening gown fresh.
And Sunday's best.
Yeah.
Like they come in they Easter suits, My thing is, just along with our books not being in mainstream media, we're not recognized or we're not honored either. Like, when you take the Grammys, there may be 100-something categories, but we only see like 10 or 12 on TV. And a lot of them has to deal with, the writers and the songwriters that actually created the music, that composed the sound. And with the AAMBC Literary Awards, I wanted to create a platform that honored us in a way that the entertainment world was not doing. So, that saying, if you don't see it, then do it yourself. So that's what I did. I took on that feat and created that platform.
But on the other side, is there a show? Is there an award show for authors? Is there any platform, regardless of color, that actually recognizes literary achievement other than maybe a Nobel Prize or something?
Right. Oh, yeah. There are a lot of, literacy awards out there. However, there's none that's set up like what you see on TV. Like when you watch the Billboard
So there's
Awards
no galas.
Like that. There's no galas.
Right.
Like the industry folks and the TV stars and the movie stars, like they don't really come out to our events.
Right.
And I blended the two. I wanted to cross those fine lines and, you know, basically let the entertainment world know, hey, we're here and we're knocking on doors.
So the categories, are we looking at like book of the year?
Yeah.
Drama of the year, best nonfiction piece?
Yeah.
Wow.
Romance, street lit. We even have like the Reader's Choice where readers can actually vote on their most favorite author. And then we do the Nate Holmes Honorary Award, which is in the name of one of my dear friends that was killed. We do the Frances Ray Lifetime Achievement Award, which she was a groundbreaking writer in fiction.
Okay.
So we blended up and we mixed up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, also, with everything else that you have going on, you are the CEO of Delphine Publications.
Yeah.
So even with that, so now you're not only a writer, but you are also the CEO of a publishing house, which has a distinct honor of being the oldest.
It's one of the longest running Black-owned publishing companies independently. Okay. Like I haven't shut down, I haven't slowed down. I've been here nearly a decade. I've published nearly 150 novels, dealt with nearly about 50 writers. I've even become an agent where I've sold off some of our titles, and you can catch them in Walmart and Target and things like that. Like I try to be the ultimate hustler, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, and doing it with books.
With books.
Because like you said, it's the words that we see first before we see anything else. It's the words. So what's next for you or for your publishing house? Or are you personally writing a book right now? Are you purposely
I am.
working on something?
I'm writing a little something. I'm trying to tap into the, the erotic part of me. So I'm writing an erotic series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's called Plain Jane.
Okay.
I'm not so plain though. But yes, I'm tapping into that. I'm gonna be adapting one of my young adult novels into a film. So I'm starting that whole journey. And so hopefully, not hopefully, but one day, I'll have a featured film. I'm trying to give Terry McMillan a run for her money.
Oh, okay, Terry. All right. Well, see, here's what I hear a lot of times from young authors because, being in the industry, not everybody likes to write, but we've got a wealth of young authors. And the thing that seems to be the common denominator is, how do I get my book out there?
Right.
How do I get it published? If I go the self-publishing route, even if I pay $5,000 or $10,000, there's really no guarantee that it's going to end up on a shelf or anything. So, just a couple of words maybe that you can give to those aspiring new, authors that want to, or even the ones that have been in the game for so long and they've got manuscripts up to here, but they're not out there on the shelves. Nobody's heard of them because they don't know how to get it out. One person said that I've got 7 books and 59 rejection letters. And it's like,
gotcha.
Okay. What do we do?
This is the era of independence.
Okay.
And I think a lot of writers fail to look at themselves as an artist. And you can actually take your destiny into your own hands. Self-publishing really isn't difficult. What the hard part is letting people know that it's out. Because of social media, you can create any type of business and make it successful as long as you're consistent at it. So my encouragement and my advice is, of course, to research, because Google can be your best friend because everything is at our fingertips, and be consistent and aggressive with social media. Talk to people, network, go to different events. Your book doesn't necessarily have to be on the bookshelves because this is a digital age. So you want your books to be accessible via downloads. That's where your focus needs to be. That's my advice.
Okay, well, thank you so much. And if anybody wants to reach out to you, if they want to kind of follow what you're doing, where would they go?
Everything is my name. So you can go to TamikaNewhouse.com or Tamika Newhouse on Twitter, Boss Lady Tamika on Instagram, and I'm on Periscope, Snapchat. I'm on everything. Like, as I say, social media, like, that's the way to do it. So I got to make sure I'm accessible. So they can find me.
Well, thank you again, and I look forward to your award show. Make sure that you invite
you
the
better
network.
come. I want you to show them legs. I want you to look good. Yeah.
Thank you once again, and keep up the good work.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Tamika Newhouse, and I am the founder of AAMBC, African Americans on the Move Book Club. Basically, when I thought of the award show, I wanted us to be on TV too. I wanted us to have our own red carpet gala, and because we're artists as well.
I think it's important to have shows like this and give recognition to authors, because it's really hard to get in the main stream media.
I just thought it was amazing because there really aren't too many platforms for readers looking for Black authors.
I love her, and what she's doing for Black literature is giving us a voice and a platform.
To shed light on some of the great novels that we put out is just phenomenal.
Literacy is a big thing for us. This is the first time that we've been a part of something like this, so I'm excited about it, about the whole event.
Well, I think anytime we begin to recognize ourselves and don't have to ask permission, we're showcasing the value of just celebrating ourselves. I think it's important that we do that so that our individuals aren't last on the list.
I wanted to honor African American writers. I want to give us a platform because we really don't have that many.
So we're going to take a moment right now to talk about some current events. We try to mix it up and get involved with what's going on outside of the behind the scenes era. So today I have a very special co-host, Del Yara. She is an accomplished actress. She's actually been starred in one of my projects by any means.
Yes.
And she's been doing some other things on her own. So before we get to the topic, Del Yara, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
So what have you been doing lately? Just real briefly, give us a little.
Really briefly, I've been working in acting. I have a new film that I'm working on right now. I don't know how much I'm allowed to say about it, but it's about Black Girls Die Too, and it's basically taking a look at Black girls who have died, and we've not made any noise about these girls, and we have not heard about these girls. So they're definitely trying to focus on that. So I'm excited to be on that project.
Okay.
And by any means.
Okay, yes.
That was great. Where we
Yes.
got to work together.
Yeah.
So a lot of fun there. And, just working, moving on up.
Okay. So before we get to the topic, again, just give them kind of some information on how they can follow you and see you on IMDb, because you're on IMDb.
I am on IMDb.
And you've got your reel and you're working and you want to continue to work. So kind of give them your information. And then we're going to pick today's topic. So.
Yes. So you can follow me on Instagram. I am _Dilyara. You can check me out on IMDb with Dilyara Kundov, which is my last name. I'm from Azerbaijan, so yes, my names are difficult. And Facebook, any social media, you can check it out.
Okay. So the current event for today, a lot of people have heard that Janet Jackson postponed her tour. And apparently she postponed her tour because she wanted to try to have a baby. Right. And she postponed the tour until next year. I think it was like June 2017. So people are really outraged because they figure if you're not already pregnant, why postpone the tour? So I kind of figured to myself when I'm thinking about it, I noticed she's got a younger husband, and Janet's almost 50.
Right.
So I'm thinking maybe it might be something going on with her as far as fertility is concerned. But like people were really, really, really upset. And just to give you a little bit of background on how that works, because I've also been in the music industry, when a tour is postponed, it's actually backed by an insurance company. So what happens is the insurance company, not the artist, can decide whether or not to issue a refund. So just to give you a little bit of clarity, Janet had no control on if the tickets would have been refunded. So people kind of got on her social media and was cussing her out. And they're like, your husband's a billionaire, give me my money and all that. So just to let you know, Janet didn't have the money. She doesn't get the money until she actually does the show.
Right.
You know, so her making the decision to postpone the tour what also affected her. Now, from what I understand, they've actually canceled the tour, so people are starting to get refunds. But what do you think about that? How, you know, she's kind of postponing and, yeah, she's not pregnant, so...
I mean, I can understand why her fans are outraged. I would be kind of outraged, too. You're not pregnant right now, you know, so what is the point of postponing the tour? And if you want to go back on tour in a year, when you just have a baby, because you know you don't know how long it's going to take for her to get pregnant and be able to conceive the baby. So now we're thinking next year. That's 9 months. They say 9. You're pregnant for 10.
Right.
Next year, are you really going to want to leave an infant to go on tour or take an infant on tour? So it's, I don't know. I can understand why her fans are outraged. I'd want my money back.
Well, a lot of people are also thinking that this is the end of Janet and touring because, like you said, what if she doesn't get pregnant right away?
Right.
You know, what if something happens because she's at that age where anything could happen, not to wish anything bad on her, but how many fans are actually going to spend that $100, that $200? How many fans are going to buy tickets not knowing what will happen? Remember last year, she was sick. Yes. And we had to cancel certain dates. Now this year it's like, I want to try to have a baby. So is she losing her fan base? Can she actually even pull off another tour?
I mean, it's Janet Jackson though. You know what I mean? It's Janet Jackson. So I think that she'll always have a fan base. You know, we don't know really what's going on in her personal life. Her husband is, you know, 10 years younger than her. She'll be 50 in May. And he might be, you know, a pressure point of, I want kids. I didn't see that he had any kids. There's no news on him having any children at all. So it might be a pressure point for him. Like, we're not getting any younger.
Right.
We need kids. And how old are these kids? How old are we going to be when these kids are graduating high school and they're graduating college? And are we really going to get to see them live their life, you know, thoroughly?
Right. Well, you know, just to end it, I'm a diehard Janet Jackson fan. But again, if you're going to make the investment, as a lot of these ticket prices are now, I mean, they're like car notes now. You know, you might want to make sure that she's had her baby or isn't going to have a baby or isn't sick or whatever. So, because you don't
keep up with Janet before you buy a ticket.
Before you buy a ticket. So thank you so much for sticking around and doing the current event with me. And the hot topic of today is sex in the industry. Has it gone too far? We'll be right back. Sex in the industry. Has it gone too far? And I bring that up because when you turn on social media, when you're on any type of platform, you've got girls which are half naked and they're taking the pictures to boost their ratings, to boost their numbers, to try to get themselves out there. And then they're actually getting celebrity status because of that. Like, I'm not throwing any shade on anybody, but like Black China.
Right.
What has she done? You know what I mean? But be naked on social media. So, I mean, is that a way for somebody aspiring, like you're an actress and you're paid your dues, you're going, you're beating the street, you're doing the auditions, you're doing whatever you need to do, but let's say it doesn't work in a year. Are you going to strip down for social media?
No, absolutely not. And that's the hard thing for, you know, actors, real actors who enjoy the craft, who really, you know, they love film, they love making a movie, they put their heart and passion in it. And it's difficult because I'm not going to take off my clothes for fame and fortune, because the idea is not to be famous. The idea is to be a working actor constantly. That's what every real actor, I will say real actor, wants to do. And so I think that a lot of these girls make it difficult for girls like myself, or, you know, to not, you know, we have to stay dressed. Like, I don't feel comfortable being naked in front of the whole entire world, because that's not for the whole entire world to see. That's for a future husband of mine to see. Which doesn't exist yet. I'm still single. Don't worry, guys.
But let's flip it, because with gentlemen, you hired them like as being a woman executive producer and a woman director. I have been guilty of looking through the book and saying, ooh, this is who I want. Like, we had on my last show, By Any Means, we had actor Daniel Soberet. But as you can see, Daniel is
such eye candy.
Yeah. Like, he's just like a sex icon. And, you know, having him on the screen, it was like, okay, yeah, he'll do, you know, it'll boost production value. You'll get the girl following. You'll want them to come in and want to watch him. So is it a different set of standards for that male hunk as opposed to that female, then, you know, they'll call her a hoe? You know what I mean? So is there a difference? Like, being in the acting industry, not thinking that you're a professional in it, but because do you feel as though as a female, you know, you have to work harder at proving your craft if you're not going to strip down, as opposed to the gentleman who might come in and just take his shirt off and show his six-pack, and now boom, you've got the part?
Yes and no. I don't feel like you're competing with men within the industry. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way me and a guy can go out for the same part. So I guess I never think of it like that. Okay. At the same time, I still think your craft, yeah, you can hire a pretty girl, you know, based on her looks, but that's gonna boost your ratings, but that's not like what they're doing. Like, social media girls and guys, like, if guys are stripping down naked, I don't think that's okay too. Be prideful in yourself as well. Right. That's just my cultural values. Everybody doesn't have to agree with me. Do whatever you want to do in life. You know, everybody's got their own life to live. But to see, like, these girls, you know, taking everything off, like, it saddens me. As a woman, like, I feel upset that we're going backwards. Okay. We're not using our mind anymore. We're just going, oh, okay, well, I can just take off. I could do the same thing.
And then you put the other hat on as the TV producer, as the show producer, where you say, this person has 1 million followers. Right. I want them on my show because they'll boost my ratings, and then I'll get more eyeballs. So it's kind of a catch-22, 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. So
we can't win.
We can't win.
We can't win.
Right. So thank you so much. When we come back, we will have a video spotlight. And basically what happens is you go onto our website and you can submit your video. And a panel of very hardworking people will then view your video and decide whether or not we want to showcase it. Today, we have the pleasure of being able to video spotlight an artist from out of Philadelphia. The artist's name is Jay Fletch, and we will be showcasing her new video, The Real Is Back. Take a look.
Lord, please forgive us for the things we about to do out here, for they leave us no choice. Please forgive us. Where my players at? Where my hustlers? We gotta bring back the real. They trying to trouble us. Where my dope double us? My quick flippers at? We gotta get rid of snakes and rats to bring it back. Where my players at? Where my hustlers? We gotta bring back the real. They trying to trouble us. Where my dope double us? My quick flippers at? We gotta get rid of snakes and rats to bring it back. Flesh the boss of bosses, capo de capo. No problem letting the Mac go on these assholes. See, I've been trying to lay low, but these wackos wanna have me digging up dirt like a backhoe. I play the back block, sour D's, crack rock, full clips when the full moon reach the back block. I got the drop on your lineup, palms up, face down, you ain't have to find us. Give it up smooth, don't make a fucking move. Or I'ma bring close to your end and see it's nothing to a boss. You make sucker moves, I crush you fools. Enforce the rules, flush you out, sort of a drought. Ouch, I'm laying down a big hand. Listen, big man, get the drift, quicksand, quick bland. Shit's real in this lane, this game don't give you extra lives, yo, I'm just saying. Where my players at? Where my hustlers? We gotta bring back the real, they tryna trouble us. Where my dope double us? My quick flippers at? We gotta get rid of snakes and rats to bring it back. Where my players at? Where my hustlers? We gotta bring back the real, they tryna trouble us. Where my dope double us? My quick flippers at? We gotta get rid of snakes and rats to bring it back. You talk a good one, all up in your little raps. But when it's time to walk it out, where you niggas at? Huh? Where your money, where your biz is at? Where your killers at? Where the gorillas at? You suckers full of crap, ain't nobody feeling that. I'm on the north side, Clearfield to be exact. Yeah, that's where you find me at outside of rap. Where youngins hustle for nothing, but they'll fry your cat. Rap. Hands down, that's where they find you at. Let me remind you cats that I ain't rhyming just to rap. And anything I'm talking about, better know I'm rhyming facts. It ain't no fraud in here, ain't got no time for that. I'm where the lions at, ducking the law. You niggas lying in your raps, nobody fucking with y'all. No, nobody rhyme for your cause. You at the top of the pot, we out here giving them raw. Oh, where my players at? Where my hustlers? We gotta bring back the real, they tryna trouble us. Where my dope double us? My quick flippers at? We gotta get rid of snakes and rats to bring it back. Where my players at? Where my hustlers? We gotta bring back the real, they tryna trouble us. Where my dope double us? My quick flippers at? We gotta get rid of snakes and rats to bring it back. I do it for the real niggas, real bitches, the real hitters, seeking blood from squill niggas. The real mission is to get out the game, but it's hard when you surrounded by lanes. You know the type niggas be talking like dames. Hit the district, get the tossing them names. Put some heat to 'em, do 'em like the Greeks do 'em. Bring them bulls out, run up in them bulls' house. Make sure them bulls never get to hit them bulls' mouth. Put the muzzle on them, let them see what you're about. Throw some cheese on his chick, bet that trick draw him out. You gotta do these niggas cruddy with the motor mouth. Gotta bring the real back to life, that I'm sure about. Man, handle these cocksuckers and throw them out. Show them how. Snake niggas get done up from sun up till the reaper decide to run up. So till then, Flex gon' keep the score right, I'm 1 up. Where my players at? Where my hustlers? We gotta bring back the real, they tryna trouble us. Where my dope double us? My quick flippers at? We gotta get rid of snakes and rats to bring it back. Where my players at? Where my hustlers? We gotta bring back the real, they tryna trouble us. Where my dope double us? My quick flippers at? We gotta get rid of snakes and rats to bring it back.
They don't do it like her. Jake Fletch. Yeah. They ain't moving like she moving. They can't move it like they don't do it like her. Can't move it like she moving. Can't do it like she moving. Can't move it like she moving.
Hi, and welcome back. We had a fabulous show today. I want to first thank my beautiful co-host, Dalyara, as well as funny man Pierre, radio personality Special K, and the reality star momager Tammy McCall Browning, as well as the accomplished author Tamika Newhouse. Tune in next time when we'll have even more exciting guests and we'll take you further behind the scenes of the network. Have a great one. Bye.